Hello everyone, Tina here. I'm back again to share another card project with you. We're using some more Spellbinders Club Kits for January 2025. We have the large die of the month club kit. It's called Botanical Atrium. These flowers are meant to go inside the atrium. Today we're going to flip-flop it and put the cards or the flowers on the outside of the card today, just for a little bit of something different. For my background, we are going to use the embossing folder of the month club kit. It's called Faceted Petals. Kind of looks like cobblestone. It's really pretty. And then I'm also going to be using the clear Stampin' Die of the month club kit. Just the greeting in here that says thank you for your generosity. So let's make a thank you card, and we're going to start by doing some die cutting. I'm bringing in some cardstock, and our atrium this month is very delicate, very thin lined. The Botanical Atrium has two large dies. One's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to take advantage of that for my card today. What we're going to do is take a piece of light teal cardstock. This happens to be Waterfall from Spellbinders. And then I'm bringing in some Spellbinders white liner sheets. What white liner sheets are double-sided adhesive sheets. They come 4 in a pack. And if you don't have these, you could simply use glue, but this is going to make things a lot easier. You just remove the backing. I'm going to adhere it to the back of an A2 panel. Just tack this down. I'll flip it over, and then I can die cut this out. This is just going to create an atrium with the sticker, and I don't have to fuss with any glue. We're going to be putting this on acetate, and so I don't want it glue oozing out. Just a lot easier this way. I'm going to run this through my die cut machine just like this. And then while we're die cutting, we're going to cut out some flowers and some leaves. Now, my background's going to be colorful. And so whenever I have a colorful background, I'm going to switch it out with not so colorful flower. So we're going to create a flower using this one here. I'm actually going to create 2 flowers using this one. They're layerable, and then you have this real pretty flower centerpiece. I'll die cut the flower centerpiece with gray cardstock. I'll cut 2 of these out, and I'm also going to take a open flower and cut this out also. I'm going to be using these leaves, and then I'm also going to be using this. This is meant for the smaller flowers in the set, but I'm actually going to turn this into a berry branch, and so I'll cut this out with my peridot cardstock here. And then lastly, I'm going to create some butterflies. We'll put a little flutter in our card. There's 2 different butterflies. I'm going to cut out 2 sets of the large and the small, so we'll have 4 butterflies in total. So 2 of these flowers, 1 of these. We need coordinating flower centers with the gray cardstock. And then I will die cut everything, and I'll be right back. Once I have all my die cutting done, we're going to do a little ink blending on the edges. We're not going to do too many to the flower. I am just going to add a little bit of gray to the very front piece. I already created one, you can see here. Very easy to put together. I'll show you how to do that. But I'm just going to add a little gray just to differentiate from the layers, and maybe a little bit of gray on the edge of this full flower here. I'm also going to take my gray ink, and I'm going to add some gray ink on the bottom of my atrium. Now, when I use the white liner sheet, the back stayed intact, and that's okay. If that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Not a big deal. But I'm just going to add a little color on the bottom and fade up. It looks dramatic now, but when you remove it from the inside pieces, it'll look softer. Okay? I'm also going to add a little bit of my gray ink to the edges of my leaves. If you wanted to use a green ink, you could do that too. Okay, we'll put this to the side. I'm going to bring in Okay, now I'm going to put these to the side here, and now we're going to create our flower. To create the flower, it's very easy. I'm just going to add glue to the left and right. There is debossed area, so you know where to put these. And you could pop them up if you want to, but I'm just going to glue them down here. to the left and right. It does add a lot of dimension doing it that way. Then I put a little dot of glue here in the middle, and that's where we can add our stamen or flower center. And then with the top layer, I'm going to bring in a small foam square. And then we can just layer that right over the top. And then this flower is done. They're really easy to create. This one I'm going to bring in my blending tools here. And I'm going to actually use the black one. I'm going to use a little bit more gray ink and add some color right here in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect because the flower center is what's going to cover it. So we're going to add some glue behind here. And then I'm just going to layer the flower center right over that. And that's all there is to those. Pretty simple and easy. Now for my butterflies, I'm going to add a little bit of ink to these as well. I'm using an orange ink. This is Mango Sherbet. And we're going to add a little bit of color gradient on our butterfly here. Maybe on the bottom and kind of fade up. So we're going to put these to the side. I'm going to clean off my work surface, and now we're going to do a little bit of embossing. Okay, I'm going to put my die set aside. And what we're going to do is do a little ink blending on this panel also. I'm going to bring in a green ink. This is Grassy Knoll. Better put that back. And then I'll bring in my green blending brush. And we're going to add green at the very bottom of this panel. After we have a little bit of green, I'm going to bring in a teal ink. This is Paradise. And we're going to add some teal down this section, blending the two together. And then I'm going to fade up here. So we have green, we have dark teal, light teal, and then white. Okay, we're going to take this panel, and using our die set, we have that larger die. This is where I say we're going to take advantage of it. What we're going to do is die cut this out. I'm just going to use my low tack tape here. We'll tack this down, and then I'll run this through my die cut machine. It's going to create a window, and we're going to use the positive and the negative of this panel here. Okay, the middle piece I'm going to set it aside, but the negative piece here, I'm going to use my embossing folder, and I'm going to emboss our background with it. I'll do that, and I will be right back. So this is what it looks like embossed. Okay, I'm going to take this panel, and I didn't tell you the size of this panel. This panel is slightly smaller than my 5x7 card base, so it's actually 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Let me show you on my card base. So it's going to leave me just a little bit of a border around here. So this panel was slightly smaller. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is take this, flip it over. I have a piece of acetate here. We're going to use our adhesive. And we're not making a shaker, although you very well could turn this into a shaker. I think that would be beautiful. What we're going to do is use some shaved ice. With it being winter and kind of dreary out, I need a little bit of iridescence. So this is going to work perfectly for my card today. Since we're putting our flowers outside of the atrium, I need something to fill it up with, and this works perfect. Unfortunately, this is no longer available, but I did find something just as similar over on Amazon. And it's going to work perfectly, the one I have on Amazon. I'll leave that link down below. This shaved ice, what it is, it's light as a feather, and it's basically like iridescent plastic that is just shaved, trimmed down into chunky pieces. A lot of people ask if this is mica flakes. It's not mica flakes, it's actually plastic. So it's a lot lighter. And it works beautifully on the inside of cards. to give it a little pizzazz. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just so sorry that they don't have this anymore. But the one on Amazon is just as good. So what we're going to do is take a piece of acetate, put it on the back. What I should have did first was line this up. Okay, I'm going to take this inside piece, put some adhesive behind here. Yep, and I'm all out. Let me refill. Okay, ran out. I needed to refill this. So we're going to put a little adhesive behind here. Ideally, we should have did this before we put the plastic down, but I'm just going to slide it under here so I know it's perfectly centered. So now I know this is where it's supposed to be. When you line it up, it's perfectly positioned. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over. We're going to put foam tape behind here. I went ahead and removed the release paper, so this is ready to go. I opened up my card base just so it wouldn't do this on me. So we're nice and flat. And then I'm going to bring in some of that shaved ice. Since we're only doing one layer of foam tape, I'm going to make sure that I have this spread around. Once we have it spread around, we're going to take our acetate pan. We're going to take our window panel, and I'm going to adhere it where it's supposed to go on the front, and we'll just give it a good press. I just love that in our background, especially during the winter, because it looks kind of like frozen fractals. Okay, now after we have this done, I'm going to take our atrium next. I'm going to remove the release paper, and it should remove the backing with it. And I'm just going to lift it up. There's a couple pieces that didn't come out, so I'm just going to remove these. Okay, and then I'm going to take our atrium, and it's now a sticker, and we can layer it right over our acetate. And it's slightly smaller, so it fits really pretty in there. And give it a good press. And save these pieces, because you could actually do another card and do some inlaying. If you were to die cut out your atrium with some silver mirror cardstock and inlay this, I think that'd be really pretty. So that's another option. So keep that negative piece. So there we have. I went ahead and stamped my greeting from our Clear Stamp and Die of the Month Club Kit. I used the same ink that we used on the flowers and the bottom of our atrium here. Just for a soft look. Now what we're going to do is pop up each one of our florals. I'm just going to add one small one, because this way we can tuck our leaves underneath here. And I'm just going to add some florals to this bottom corner. Lovely. I love that in our die set too there's a vine that's kind of trailing up. You could use that one as well. So we'll tack these down. I kind of like the free-flowing look of this, so I just like to add glue to the very bottom of my leaves. Now we have this piece here. Of course, if you want to add the white flowers, you could, but I'm going to turn this into a berry branch. Since we have a colorful background, I want a little bit more white. And I'm going to just do a little tucking with that. Okay, and then we have our little butterflies. I'm not going to add foam tape behind these, but I'm just going to fold them in half and add a little dot of glue down the center. And then we can add these. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a black marker. I'm going to add some little black dots to the flower center here. Just kind of filling in that area. And I'm going to add some black dots down the center of the butterfly too. I'm also going to bring in my white gel pen, and we're going to add some white dots to this flower center too. So black and white, just to give it a little extra detail. Lovely. For finishing touches, I'm going to bring in some of my Color Essential Gems. This is Spectrum AB. It's a nice iridescent color. It actually coordinates really nicely with our glitter on the inside. We're going to add just a few in the background. And I mentioned adding berries to this little piece here. To do that, I'm bringing in some of my Nuvo drops. I have any kind of Nuvo drops that you have would work. I'm going to be using my chalk stick, but if you have Simply White, you could use those. And all I'm going to do is add some large dots right over those circles on that branch. And then we turn these into dimensional berries, but we bring out some white detail too. When they dry, they will dry dimensional. Oh, he scared me. He jumped up on the desk. Uh-oh. That will finish off my card today. Gives it a little bit of dimension. And a little bit of white in that section over there. Today we use the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month Club Kit, the Clear Stampin' Die of the Month Club Kit for our greeting, and then also the Embossing Folder of the Month Club Kit. I'll leave the rest of the stuff that I used down below if you want to check out that shaved ice from Amazon. I'll link that too. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.